my dear, let me tell you something sacred. There is a time to rise, a time to kneel, a time to walk with your burdens and let the Lord carry your feet. But there is also a time, yes, a holy time, when God expects you to stand up and show Him reverence. You see, the Bible doesn't whisper truth. It doesn't tiptoe through theology. It speaks straight. It speaks strong. And tucked inside those ancient pages, between the Psalms of praise and the Proverbs of wisdom, is a quiet caution. Don't come to the throne of the Most High laid back, casual, careless. Now, don't you misunderstand me. God will meet you in a hospital bed. He'll kneel down beside a soldier with shattered limbs. He'll comfort the woman whose body is too broken to rise. He is mercy. He is compassion. He is ever present. But let me ask you something. What kind of love shows up before royalty? Lying down. Come, sit with me for a while. Let me speak to the soul behind your soul. Let me cradle the heart that beats behind your ribs and whisper a truth so simple, so sacred, it just might change the way you see prayer forever. There's a way some folks approach God that breaks my heart. Not because He isn't merciful. He is more merciful than the ocean is wide. Not because He doesn't hear our weary prayers. He hears the trembling breath of the widow, the groan of the prisoner, the quiet sighs of the dying man, but because we've made our prayers too soft, too shallow, too sleepy. Somewhere along the way, in our comfort and convenience, we began to treat the Almighty like a bedtime story, like a whispered rhyme under the covers to chase away the dark. And Jesus, oh Jesus, when He prayed in the Garden of Gethsemane, He didn't whisper a bedtime prayer. He fell to His knees. His sweat became blood. He cried out with such agony that even the earth held its breath. He didn't recline. He poured out. He knelt down. He gave everything. So now I ask you, what posture is your prayer in? Is your heart kneeling? Is your spirit standing tall in reverence or slouching in indifferences? When we approach God like an afterthought, we rob ourselves of His fullness. When we speak to Him half asleep, we miss the fire. When we lie down out of laziness, not need, we tell heaven that we'd rather be comfortable than consecrated. Oh, but child, when you rise, when you sit up in the dark hours of morning, when you whisper, "Here I am, Lord," you stir something, you shake something. You say with your body what your soul dares to cry, "I honor you." The Bible doesn't waste words, and it surely doesn't waste posture. Moses didn't swagger into the presence of God. He removed his shoes, not because his feet were dirty, but because his soul knew the weight of holy ground. Daniel, knowing prayer might cost him his life, opened his windows, faced Jerusalem, and knelt down 3 times a day. That's not comfort. That's discipline. That's posture with purpose. Some will say, but God looks at the heart. Yes, He does. But sometimes the body says what the heart can't speak. When you kneel, you say, "I surrender." When you bow, you say, "I reverence you." When you lift your hands, you say, "I need you." Don't tell me your body doesn't matter, because I've seen it. I've felt it. There is a difference between a man praying with closed eyes and a man praying on his knees with his face in his hands. Hannah poured her anguish out at the temple steps. Her lips moved, her voice trembled, but her body stayed grounded. God heard her and gave her Samuel. Job, struck by loss and pain, didn't just speak, he fell to the ground and worshiped. And Jesus, in the garden, down on his knees, with the world's weight upon his shoulders. Come close now. Lean in. Let this truth settle into your spirit like oil. The way you position yourself before God reveals who you believe He is. So, child, don't give Him your crumbs. Give Him your crown. Don't pray like He's your bedtime story. Pray like He's your King. Bow if you can. Lift your hands if you will. But above all, let your heart kneel. Because when the body bows, the spirit rises, and heaven leans in to listen. Beloved, now the word has been spoken, the seed has been planted, the truth has been poured like oil into your spirit. Now the question remains, will you rise? Will you honor God not just with your lips but with your life? Not just in comfort but in consecration? Don't let this word pass like a breeze through open windows. Let it settle. Let it stir you to action. If this message touched you, I invite you to do 3 things. Let's comment below. Write, "I will rise in reverence." Declare it out loud. Let heaven hear. Let the enemy know you've chosen intentional prayer over casual comfort. Let's to share this message. Send it to a sister who prays half asleep, to a brother who forgot the fire, to a soul that needs to remember who God is. You never know whose altar will be reignited because of your obedience. And take action today. Tonight, before you sleep, stand up. Kneel down. Lift your hands. Let your body say what your soul believes. Don't wait for the right moment. Make this the right moment. Because, child, when you move in reverence, He moves in power. And if you need help walking this journey, if you long for a deeper relationship with God, if you hunger for more moments where heaven meets earth in your own living room, then come back again. This space, this channel, this voice is for you. Let's grow in worship. Let's rise in honor. Let's pray like we know He listens. This is Maya's Echoes, and you, beloved, are not alone.